My name is Gideon Napson, a volunteer on this oral history project. Please, can you introduce yourself and your connection to this church?
I'm Mr. Samuel Ata Sarpong, popularly known as Banty BTV. That's my showbiz name. I'm a music producer, film, movie director, radio presenter, and the choir master, or how do I say it, of this church, Christian Gold Ministry. That is the music director.
How did you become the church orchestra lead?
I just relocated from Italy to Liverpool, UK. That is UK. 2 years, almost 1.5, getting to 2 years ago. So I got to know Pastor through a friend of mine where I work. So after that lady introduced me to the pastor of this church, I became a friend of the pastor. So when I was invited the first time to come, I realized that there is a space there for me to operate as a music director. So when I got there, I started everything, and it's been getting to 2 years now. I'm still with them, so I can boldly say I'm the director there.
What is your job as the church orchestra lead?
My job is to make sure everything goes on correct. Every Sunday the song they deliver, they sing before the pastor comes to preach, and praise and worship. Everything. Everything about ministration, and then I have to make sure that it comes out good because I'm responsible for that side. I also make sure the drumming side, everything. Everything about the instrument, music instrument. That is the bass. I'm a bassist. I'm a keyboardist. I play drums. I sing too, by God's grace. So I'm there to make sure that all those areas function well before church closes. That is what I do every day, every Sunday.
How will you say the church orchestra helps in fostering the religious teachings and beliefs of Christian Gold House Chapel?
The music, it helps a lot. For music, there is a saying. Some people normally say music is. Some of the musicians, a musician I know in Ghana, he always writes on his status that music is my food and water. Without me, as I said in heaven, there is music going on. Without music, I think this world will be just will look like cemetery. Music helps the preacher to come out good. Though the preacher had good messages, had prepared well, but when there is no music attached to the whole church service on that day, you will see clearly the difference between when there is music. Why? Because when people are ascend, when the spirit ascend up, through music, they can. It helps them to absorb. It helps them to absorb the word that the preacher is throwing at them, easier than sitting there rigidly from their house, coming from their house like that, sitting there rigidly like that. Then all of a sudden, preaching starts to come. Some people may come to the church with problems. The church is like a hospital. People come, armed robbers come here, Christians are here, sick people are here. More of the people, the church members, people that comes to church, more of them, it's problem that brings them here. So what we believe, I made an example that even when they are going to bury a dead body, they normally sing these sorrow songs for people to feel how. The same applies to church. The more those worship songs are sing, the more those worship songs touch. Example, let me use myself as example. I'm from the house coming right now. When I was coming, I heard a call. I got a call that someone who is closer to me is dead, but I still have to come to church. Do you believe whatever the pastor preaches that day will go to my ears, or do you believe will have impact on my body? No, because I have problem. My mind is divided. I'm thinking of what had happened the same time I'm in the church. So it is the music which is going to draw your mind back to hope where there is no loss of hope. It is the music which is going to bring you hope, for you to feel that you are still a human, you are still not, you are still with people, and then absorb the word that the pastor is preaching. He has done for me, he has done for me, he has done for me, he has done for me what my mother could not do. This is the time God has done for you. It's not like you think God has done for you and you are here to praise him.
How do you see the future of the church orchestra?
The future is very bright, it's very bright, it's very bright, and there is more hope. Because as compared to since the time I've been here for almost one and a half, let's say 1.5, getting to 2 years, and as compared to the previous, I think we are doing well. Because me, every Sunday, I go on Facebook, the church page, and the recorded video, the live video, I watch it over and over, and every Sunday I see improvement on what I'm watching. Like what I watch this Sunday, the next Sunday you see improvement always, coming. So I think the future is bright.
This church had an old piano that was recently returned to the church.
Yeah.
Have you played the piano, and what do you think about the history it represents to the
Yeah, this church, I think it's 153 years old. Yes. And the piano you're talking about is almost, I think, 100 years. That is Woodstock, Canada. It's Canada made. It's the olden type. And I've played it. Though it's old, it's hard. I find it difficult to press. The sound doesn't come well because it's old. We need to service it. And I like it. That time I wasn't around. I wasn't even born, but I'm happy I've come to touch it, to use it.
Anything else you want to add about this church, the music you play, or the orchestra you lead?
A lot, but one after the other, as my mom always said, as I first stated, I'm a movie producer and as well. So I planned some time ago that when things get well, I will make sure the church gets a TV channel, that is, which we will be shooting short dramas for Christ, for evangelism, for people to watch. So that is another project that is in future. And for the music side too, I'm planning to get more swag. When we talk of swag, the dresses that we will be putting on when we come on stage. I want to make more difference on that side, because that makes the choir beautiful. So I have more plans, if God permits here.